What's up, YuGiOh 101 here. Here to do, well, not necessarily a card review. Like it's more so like I'm just trying to prove a point. Now, I had got like some comments underneath my Fishborg Launcher review. And one of the comments had said something about being able to abuse the effect of Fishborg Launcher by using Sea Lancer. And so this video is basically going to be just to prove a point. Because even though, people are going to try to argue about it, I know it's going to be some people out there that's going to try to trick other people into thinking some other stuff, but hopefully this video will clear the air. So first, let's take a look at Sea Lancer. Sea Lancer level 5, water, attribute, Beast Warrior, Effect Monster, Attack 1300, Defense 1000, and the description is you can target any number of your banished fish, sea serpent, and aqua type monsters, equip them to this card. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. If this face up card on the field would be destroyed, you can destroy one of those monsters instead. This card gains 1000 attack while equipped with a monster / monsters by this effect. And this card is crap, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. Let's take a look at this Fishborg Launcher. Now this is basically Fishborg Blaster number 2, and water attribute level 1, fish tuner, attack 200, defense 100. Let's look at the description. During your main phase, if all the other monsters in your graveyard are water monsters, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. If you do banish this card when it leaves the field, this card cannot be used as a synchro material monster except for the synchro summon of a water monster. The effect of Fishborg Launcher can only be activated once per turn. Okay, so let's take a look at this. First, explaining why Sea Lancer is bad, for obvious reasons and some not so obvious reasons. The first obvious reason that this card is bad is 1, its level. It's a level 5, so it takes 1 tribute just to get it out on the field. Now, even when you do that, here's the second reason why it's bad. This card follows the same rules as the wind-ups. You can only use this effect once while this card is face up on the field. So that means in order for you to reuse this effect, which I'm going to get back to in a minute, but this flows into, this other reason why this card is bad. No matter how many monsters you have on it, its attack is still going to go up by 1000. Whether you have 1 monster or 5 or any number in between, its attack is going to go up by 1000. So the attack is just going to max out from this effect at 2300. And I don't think that you're going to use any card like Monster Reborn or Book of Moon just to reuse this card's effect. Because I'm pretty sure with Monster Reborn, it's going to be better monsters for you to, take control of. And with Book of Moon, I'm just saying, like, you wouldn't use it on a card like this. Any sensible person wouldn't use it on a card like this. But, like, in my opinion, like, I can't see anybody using Book of Moon on a card like this. Whatever. But, another reason why this card is bad is that you can target any number of your banished fish, sea serpent, and aqua type monsters and equip them to this card. Like you can't even use this effect on another Sea Lancer. Why? Because Sea Lancer is a beast warrior. It's not a fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monster. And another reason, like let me go back to the level, it's a level 5. Like decks that are built on fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monsters, the most efficient decks built around those 3 types the most efficient decks have level 3 or lower monsters, and and in terms of fish, sea serpent, and aqua type monster builds, they have the most support. They have cards out there that specifically state that they support level 3 or lower fish, sea serpent, and aqua type monsters. So cards like this would really just cause clutter. So like, I can't see anybody running no more than one of these. Now when you get to this Fishborg Launcher, is a, first off, in order for you just to special summon it, you would have to have all water monsters in your grave. So you wouldn't want to run this in anything else but water based builds. Then after you do that, it gets banished. So yeah, and then to top that off, it can only be used for a synchro summon of a water synchro monster. Now when you look at the selection of water synchro monsters, it's only 5. Well, no, it's a maximum of 7 water synchro monsters that you can choose from. Well, that are in the game. I'm sorry, that are in the game. It's only a selection of 7 water synchro monsters that you can choose from. And out of that 7, it's only 5 that you can really use it for. Because with Frozen Fitzgerald, yeah, it's a water attribute, but it needs a dark tuner. And with Hydro Genex, it's a water type, but it needs Genex controller. I mean, at the most, you could probably use it for Sea Dragon Lord. It's a level 5, and probably a Tiger King of Ice Barrier. Or even Bryonac. Maybe Gunga. And maybe Trishula. But I would think that this would be more difficult to get out. But you understand my point. You can't use it for no more than 5 monsters, which makes this a difficult card to use. So it's really no way you can abuse that effect. So that takes Fishborg Launcher out of the equation. I mean, yeah, you can use Leviair, the Sea Dragon, but honestly, would you really run? I don't know. I mean, it's just me, but yeah, but you can't use Leviair on Sea Lancer. Why? It's a level 5. Leviair only works on level 4 or lower. Along with that effect that I was trying to say, off of its effect, its attack is only going to go up by 2,300. So, I mean, maybe you can use DNA surgery and then, use Aquajet on it, but that would be too much. That would just be clutter. And at the most, for Sea Lancer, what you would be able to do for it is use Warrior of Atlantis, and then, to search for a Legendary Ocean, just to turn this into a level 4, just to, just to avoid to tribute summoning it. But still, if a Fishborg Blaster Wide's banished, I mean, there's the option of Leviair Dragon, and there's different dimension reincarnation, but you still have to worry about that summoning restriction, and that's a condition. That's not necessarily an effect. That's a condition. So even if you try to use Fiendish Chain on it or something, it won't work. But yeah, hold on, stupid thing said my time ran out. Hold on. But yeah, going back to this. My point is, it's really no way for you to abuse Fishborg Launcher like that. And that's basically what this video was just explaining. I'm gonna have the links to Lancer from the YuGiOh wiki site in the card description, so you can look at this card for yourself if you haven't looked at it already. But yeah, like, it's really no way for you to use Lancer to abuse Fishborg Launcher on top of all the other trouble you gotta worry about with Fishborg Launcher. You know, Lancer is just a bad card overall, and I can't see nobody running no more than one of these. It's just too much of a hassle, because by the time you get this out on the field, you probably won't even have any cards that are removed from play in order to use the effect, which is the only reason why anybody would probably run this. But that's just my opinion. You know, I'm pretty sure somebody out there is honestly going to try to prove me wrong. I mean, use different dimension reincarnation, but you got to discard one card, probably something that you need for this. Really? I mean, I don't think Fishborg Launcher is really worth it because of everything that it has in its description. I mean, the effect of Fishborg Launcher can only be activated once per turn, so yeah, it's no way to abuse Fishborg Launcher in this game, so good luck.